This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes.
No way.
From the Aunt and Uncle Studios of Arizona, Deja Vu. Rumble Johnson going over to Bellator. Floyd Mayweather, the money fight. Big favorite, big fights this weekend. Bellator, bare knuckle, UFC pay-per-view 256. Let's talk about it with the MMA Holes.
Wonderful.
Just figured we'd do the do-over. Another. This feels like it happened already. So this. Let me know what the ones in the chat if this you feel like you've been through this tonight. Oh, they're feeling it too. I see the ones. All right. So it's not just us. Okay. Yeah. Hi, welcome back. Our internet is it's a balloon.
My foot was a balloon.
Yes, our internet is a balloon. It legit just stopped. And we're not going to have it tomorrow either. So, yeah, that's going to be great too. So I don't know what's going on with Bellator. Yeah, this has been a real shit month. Let me just say that. The good news is our website, we do have a developer.
Wonderful.
We do have a developer. So the website, we're going to get that thing started here. So the money that we are accumulating over there from the wonderful MMA holes will be going to good use. It's gone now. But yeah, it's going to the new web developer. And yeah, we're going to get that thing popping. You know what? We started with the whole Tony Ferguson situation in Oliveira, and we'll get back into that briefly and quickly. I'm not going to ramble on about, the same shit over that I just did in the other stream that vanished. But, oh, Jesse, how are you tonight?
Wonderful, Moss.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
It's working. Yeah, so what we are doing on this website, we're going to give you a little bit more here. If you are a creator or you're an aspiring creator, someone that likes to talk about MMA and wants to get into the live streaming world, the new version of the website is going to help you out tremendously. It's going to be a nice little tool for the MMA holes. And if you like to consume MMA content that's live, the MMAholes.com will be the place for you. So get ready. It's coming very soon, probably the beginning of next year, which is a month away. And we're looking forward to it. It's going to be really wonderful.
Wonderful.
So speaking about the event this weekend, we were talking about the co-main event. And in a nutshell, I was saying on the other stream is this. Okay. Tony Ferguson looks like his head has been knocked around a little bit too much. And he is talking like he has complete brain damage. So I'm picking Oliveira. I'm having a tough time picking Kukui. Hopefully we see a vintage Kukui, but looking like Oliveira is going to get the win, in my opinion. JBH has some thoughts on this as well.
Yes, I think Oliveira's going to get the win. I think we're going to see a regular Ferguson walking into the cage and not El Kukui. And with the main event, I'm super excited about it being a flyweight main event, which I'm not usually excited for, only because of Brandon Moreno.
Yeah, we were talking about that on the last stream as well. This UFC 256, a card that was something that we weren't super excited about when it was announced and being put together. Some fights fell through, but at this time, right now, where we stand, a couple of days away, I am very excited Flyweight has never been this wonderful. And you got Figueiredo, Moreno, both guys, very likable guys. Moreno especially. The guy seems like a complete sweetheart. Figueiredo is just a savage. Cannot wait to see these two throw down for our pleasure. Let's take attendance again in the chat and get the ball rolling. We got some news, and yes, Rumble Johnson is in Bellator. That's what I woke up today to. Rumble Johnson is in Bellator. Completely blindsided, but kind of like it if you're into Bellator. If you're a UFC fan and don't like Bellator, I'm sure you're not too happy about this, but it's a big move for Bellator, I think.
Yes. Gio the Uncle says this man lost once in 12 fights, and now he's trash to most of y'all. You sound like Justin.
Yeah, what is... So, okay. All right, guys. It's so weird. I don't want to... I guess I'm going to have to go back down this rabbit hole. And maybe Gio's coming in on the second stream. He missed the first stream. There's a lot of evidence here. It's not just, oh, he lost one fight, let's jump off the train. That's not what's happening.
But that's
here.
all they're hearing.
It's
you only hear what you want to hear.
Casual.
Did you watch the media scrum? Did you watch it? Did you watch him being interviewed here and see the brain damage oozing out of his mouth? Did you see it? He was just mumbling into I don't know what he was saying. He didn't know what he was saying here. I mean, a man at 36 years old, and 10 months, 37 years old, that has had as much brain damage as he's had throughout the years of competing. You know, the mileage on Tony Ferguson, and then how he looked in his last fight. It just doesn't help the situation here. I'm telling you, Jessie was right. Before the fight, she said it, and after the fight, it happened. I'm very mystical of Jessie. I think Tony Ferguson is going in this direction. Now, we could be wrong. The guy seems like he's in great shape. He's still got the skills. I mean, you see him in the gym. The guy's still got the skills. But is it all up here? Is his fight IQ all there? Because the guy likes to get hit a lot. And it didn't work out too well in his last fight.
Yes. Landa says...
You didn't have anything to piggyback?
No, I think you summed it up very well.
Okay.
Love Tony, but he should have never taken the Gaethje fight. Yeah, easy pick for Charles, in my opinion. Mystical JBH. He looks nuts, yes, but look how the Gaylord Izzy is in. He can fight. Look how Gaylord Izzy is, and he can fight.
What?
I don't know, but you gotta move that phone.
Wait, what?
Let's see.
What does he say?
Moss?
I don't hear anything.
I hear it. I can hear it. Thank you. Just put it anywhere but there. That's good.
Is that all right?
Yeah. Can't wait to call in Monday. Awesome. If I don't get presents this year, some shit going down with me and Santa.
Justin says Tony destroys Charles.
Oh.
He says Tony destroys Charles. Okay. Justin. Tony Ferguson is the favorite. I get why he is the favorite. Okay. One fight doesn't say everything. But are you going to really hang your hat on this? Is this the one that you really want to be confident about? Think about it. Is this the one? Because honestly, I thought Tony would have destroyed Gaethje. I really did think he would. And Pandemic Tony, do you really think this... When was the last time Charles Oliveira was destroyed? Wait, can I ask you, when was the last time this man has brutalized people? Like
Justin,
legit.
You're missing the point. He doesn't care how many underdogs you picked on your card. He's asking about this specific fight.
I'm trying to figure this out. Like, you got the guillotine, you got the decision points. Okay, great. You got the uppercut. That was, like, ridiculous. The right cross. I mean, this man finishes everybody. Like, what? You got one decision, and then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, no, excuse me. Paul Felder beat him in the last one. Excuse me, 6. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So out of his his last 8 fights, 7 of them are finishes. And I mean, you think about it, Kevin Lee is a tough mofo. And you look at Tony Ferguson versus Kevin Lee. Kevin Lee had his moments, but yes, Tony Ferguson did well in that fight, of course. That was staph infection Lee. But I mean, what you look at what Oliveira did to him, it just annihilated him. I think of the Jim Miller fight too. Jim Miller's tough as nails. not the greatest fighter of all time, but the dude is, I mean, he's tough. And to get choked out the way Jim Miller's got a serious ground game, and for Oliveira to go in there first round and just completely choke him the fuck out, then he finishes people with uppercuts. Like, Kukui, I mean, is he going to outpoint him? Like, is the ground stuff going to nullify each other? And is he going to outpoint him on the feet? I'm just trying to figure out. I don't. A man going into his prime, right? 31 years old, and a man coming out of his prime. I mean, I feel like all the fingers are pointing to the underdog. Think about it. It's kind of wild. I mean, maybe if he outpoints him. Like, that would be the way. If you're going to say how's Ferguson win this fight, yes, outpointing him.
Colby Johnson Streamlabs is working. I just checked.
Oh, hold on a second. Let's see.
It should be working.
Okay, yeah, now it's on. All right, so there it is. Tony Ferguson, 25-4-0, who has one of the longest win streaks. And make no mistake, that was very impressive. But I am looking at, right now, this version of Tony Ferguson, okay? Beat the old Cowboy, beat the old Pettis, and the young Kevin Lee with staph infection. Okay? RDA, listen, legend. That was a beast of a fight. Went to the decision. And you got Lando Venata. Okay? Lando Venata's not really that fucking good. Let's be honest. Edson Barboza, that was pretty impressive, right? Yeah, that was 2015. Josh Thompson, Tebow, impressive too. That was 2052. Yeah, I mean, this is a different Tony Ferguson. Maybe the 2015-16 Tony Ferguson. Yeah, he should destroy Oliveira. But 2020 Tony Ferguson, not so much.
Not so much. Just deal with it. Stop complaining.
Destroy. Like, listen, can Tony win? Yes. But you're saying Tony's going to destroy Charles Oliveira. Like, think about how ridiculous that statement is. Can Tony win? Yes. He is the favorite in this fight, and rightfully so. I understand why he's the favorite. But destroy? Destroy him? What evidence do you have that Tony Ferguson is going to destroy Charles Oliveira? Please. I would love to know this.
Let's see. Gio says, it will be close. Big Polly, who is older? Tony is like 54 years old in Mexican years. He's 36, Tony. And he is older. Let's see. Justin says, think how ridiculous you sound, brother. Well, think how ridiculous you type. Justin.
Remember, so you're the one taking the hard stance, okay? I'm the one saying that Tony Ferguson can win this fight. Yes, I do believe he can win this fight. I just don't think he's going to win this fight.
Justin's walking around like his shit don't stink.
Justin's like, he's going to destroy him. When you take a hard stance and say a fighter is going to destroy another fighter, and that doesn't happen, you have to be ready for the consequences. You get to take that genie hat and shove it up your ass because you're clearly not a genie.
Oh, God. A free cut to Charles could give Tony the win, says Landa. Simon says Oliveira wins. Okay, but what? Call me Forrest. LOL, completely and utterly destroy. MJ says Tony Ferguson can win with the fight against his Brazilian clone. Big Polly says, how old is Charlie? Charles
31.
is 31. Yeah.
He's in his prime. Like, he's legit in his prime.
Let's see. Breathe in for 5 seconds and out for 6 seconds. Ann says Tony will beat Oliveira. I got Tony for the win. Destroyed. Timothy Umana. I believe Tony will win. I put money. Sean Hart, let Justin have his pick, win or lose. It's the kid's choice. Good for him. Nobody's telling him who to pick. The point is,
wait, Sean, he's yelling at us in the chat. He destroys him. He destroys him. So listen, and he's entitled to his opinion. But what I'm saying is, if you're gonna come across as a genie, I mean, for God's sakes, he's calling himself a genie, and then he's screaming and yelling about his pick. Well, I'm gonna shove him right back in his lamp because he's wrong. I mean, let's be honest. He's saying Tony destroys Charles. Now, listen, if it happens, then you could fly out of that lamp and we'll rub on that lamp and you'll grant us some more wishes down the road with some picks. But right now, just stay in the lamp and relax.
Oh, my God. Do I call in Uncle Boss? Hello, says Aunt Ann. I'm trying to... Oh, stop it, Justin. Big Polly says Charlie wins by Darce. Sean Hart, fair enough, Moss. His voice just got deeper. He's not yelling. Casey says fighting is abuse. Abuse changes people. Matt
This could be a good poll. We should put this up. I'm curious. Okay. Because, listen, I think this could be a close fight. I really do.
Yeah.
I think this could be a close fight because the fact that the ground game by both of these guys makes this fascinating. Now, on the feet, Tony does have an advantage. I do see that. But he can be clipped. And Charles Oliveira does have some pop. So, I mean, when was the last time Tony has knocked someone out?
Look at his record, Moss.
When was the last time he legit knocked someone out? Besides the Cowboy Cerrone situation, which Cowboy blew his nose.
Anthony Pettis. Oh, wait, no, that was
Anthony
a broken
Pettis got
hand.
hurt. Yeah, right? So you got the triangle choke.
Darce
Darce,
choke.
of course.
So
Mr.
no
Darce.
knockouts? No knockouts.
Rear naked choke.
Oh, here we
rear
go.
naked choke. Split decision.
Katsunori Kikuno.
Yeah, 2014.
Yikes. Yikes.
Yeah, think about it. Think about it. I mean, listen, he can outpoint him, yeah. Do you think he's going to choke out Oliveira? I don't see it. Maybe he throws up a triangle on him or some shit. Maybe. It's possible.
Watching Tony get CTE in real time was sad. Yeah, man. What's weird is it fucking unfolded so quick and so public, you know? Like, most of the time you see these things happen, and a lot of it happens behind closed doors, and you don't see until the end result. This we literally watched unfold right in front of us. Tony would cut Charles' face to hell before he knocks him out. West Coast.
Another thing that I noticed too, I'm sorry, but another thing I noticed was when I was watching the UFC Countdown show, and they always do a good job, no matter who the underdog is. They always do a good job editing it in a way where you can say, well, maybe this guy has a chance. Now, I'm not saying, hey, I watched Countdown, and Countdown means, hey, Oliveira's going to win. But what I did notice was Oliveira, the way he puts his sentences together and his confidence, and the way he understands how real this situation is for him. And he has literally, he's tied for the most finishes in the UFC. He has a lot of weapons, this man. And he is very focused. He is in his prime. I see a hungry man. What I see with Kukui is brain damage. I can't get on board with it, man. I am excited to watch him fight. Don't get me wrong. I'll be rooting for Kukui. But I see brain damage. So if you think about an intellectual bet here, okay? Do you take the guy with fucking brain damage, or do you take the guy in his prime that is tied with the most finishes in the UFC? Like, what is the more logical fucking... Am I crazy? You could take the tape and shove it up your ass. You could watch as many highlight films as you want. I mean, Charles Oliveira has more highlights than Tony Ferguson if you really think about it. So what the fuck tape are we...
according to Justin, they're against bums.
Yes, and Tony Ferguson, who has beaten some decent guys, I could count on one hand, right? Let's be honest. It's not like Tony Ferguson went on 12-fight win streak and fought legends. You wanted me to go through the fucking list of legends that Tony Ferguson beat? The legend killer Tony Ferguson? Like what the fuck? Come on. Listen, I was on the Tony train too. I get it. But let's pump the brakes here. Okay? Who is the best? A out of prime Cerrone and Pettis, right? Kevin Lee, we've seen who he is, right? Dos Anjos is the champion. Okay? Edson Barboza is a fucking gatekeeper. Tebow, he's a fucking roid head. Nobody, really, if you think about it. Who did Tony Ferguson beat? Besides, if you take RDA out of the situation, who's the fucking legend? Who is the fucking name that fucking... There's one guy! There's one fucking guy Tony Ferguson beat, and he is a fucking badass. Lando Venata?
Oh, God. Moss, you got to get
Fucking
off this.
Showtime Pettis, a former champion, but past his prime. Way past his prime. RDA is the only guy legit that I could say at 2016, yeah, that's a beast. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop the fucking insanity. Stop the insanity. It's fucking crazy.
God.
You're acting like he had murderer's row of fucking legends. Like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? It is crazy, man. It is absolutely crazy. Yes, you could look at the men who fucking Charles Oliveira beat, and you could say, oh, okay, yeah, where's the champion? Oh, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he beat decent, solid guys. Decent, solid guys. But he's in his prime.
Justin, he never said Oliveira beat legends.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, you know what? Hold on a second.
Moss, you have to stop because
he's trolling now.
I think he actually believes what he's saying.
Listen.
And you're kind of, he's a child. You don't want to set him up for this kind of embarrassment.
Let me make this very clear, okay? There's a reason why Charles Oliveira is the underdog. I get it. There's a chance that Tony Ferguson can win this fight.
Oh, my God.
Let me reiterate what I said in the previous stream. Let me say it right now, okay? I believe, after seeing the evidence as of late, I believe that the underdog may be a good pick here. I think Charles Oliveira gets the win. Tony Ferguson could win. There's a chance. But it's not like, hey, Charles Oliveira's going to destroy him. No way Tony Ferguson wins. Listen, I do see ways that Ferguson can win this fight. I'm just leaning towards Oliveira. Now you, my friend, are leaning towards Tony Ferguson saying, this man is going to destroy him. Stop it. Stop it. Would you? Come on. You're insane if you think Oliveira has no chance in this fight. You're absolutely insane.
Oh, my God.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, let's move on to the next topic.
Sure, I saw you.
Oh, God. So Davison Figueiredo is proud of his historic UFC 256 title bout and warns a masked Henry Cejudo.
What?
Masked clown, he calls him.
Well, he is. I mean, it's not wrong.
But Moss, I thought Cejudo was just done. Why is he warning Cejudo?
Cejudo's not done.
According to Mike Bone of MMA Junkie, Figueiredo thinks a matchup with Henry Cejudo could be in his future if he successfully defends his flyweight title in the UFC 256 main event. Figueiredo is set to put his title on the line for the second time in 21 days when he meets Brandon Moreno in Saturday's headliner, which takes place at UFC Apex in Las Vegas and airs on pay-per-view following prelims on ESPN2 and ESPN+. After submitting Alex Perez in the first round at UFC 255 on November 21st, Figueiredo agreed to get right back in the octagon for the clash with Moreno. The former title holder Cejudo has poked fun at the sidelines, saying Figueiredo is merely babysitting the strap for him. That irked Figueiredo, who issued a response. He said Cejudo's a masked clown. He told this to reporters, including MMA Junkie, through an interpreter during UFC 256 virtual media day. He said, I can't wait for him to step in front of me so I can knock the mask off his face. While it remains to be seen if a clash with Cejudo is in his future, that present is all about his encounter with Moreno and trying to make history in the process. Figueiredo stayed in Las Vegas after his win over Perez and says he's maintained his focus and discipline in the short stretch between fights. He said he currently weighs about 132 pounds and has used his time to come up with a very strategic game plan for Moreno. It has been difficult, or it hasn't been difficult at all, for Figueiredo finding motivation for this fight. He said especially because Moreno has added fuel to the fire. The current record for the fastest turnaround between successful UFC title defenses currently stands at 56 days and is shared by Matt Hughes and Ronda Rousey. There's a chance for Figueiredo to blow that mark out of the water. If Figueiredo does pull off the victory, he would have a significant case for the 2020 Fighter of the Year, having finished Benavidez twice before kicking off his title reign in legendary fashion. It's a moment in time that makes Figueiredo grateful, he said, but that doesn't mean he's not going to stop pushing to expand his legacy.
Okay, what do you guys think about Figueiredo here? I mean, as a champion, I think he's pretty legit. I think this guy, Figueiredo, has ignited like a spark in the flyweight division. I think this man has made us all excited once again. I am happy about this. I would love to see Figueiredo versus Mighty Mouse. Bring Mighty Mouse back to the game. Who cares about Henry Cejudo? Let's bring the Mighty One back and have those two tango. Figueiredo, even if Moreno wins, we're winning this weekend. This is going to be fantastic. Henry Cejudo, by the way, the question is, do you think he's going to come back? He's technically retired, but he's still running his mouth. Jess, do you think he's still coming back?
Listen, it's so difficult to tell with Cejudo. The guy said he was retired, and then he was like vacating belts, and now he's talking shit to Figueiredo. But then he wants more money from Dana White. But now Dana White's cutting 60 fighters, and I don't get it. I really don't know.
All right, Chad, what do you guys think as hold on a second.
Here, you speak.
Oh, I just saw something that popped up. What do you guys think about this Figueiredo fella? Do you like him as a flyweight champion? Let me know, yes or no. Do you want to see him lose? You want Moreno as the champ? What do you got? All right, Figgy's a gamer. Line him up. MMA holes. What up, Johnny? How you doing? Hope you're wonderful.
Wonderful.
If he has finishes Moreno as fast as UFC 255, will he fight in the next pay-per-view? If he finishes Moreno as fast as UFC 255, will he fight in the next pay-per-view? Man, that'd be crazy. Imagine 3 in a row. That'd be actually nuts. Okay. So an insider told me Henry wants $5 million. By the way, that is true. What is going on with that? Hold on a second here. We just saw something pop up. Oh, is that? So what's that? You want to say it?
So, for those of you guys saying Streamlabs is not working, so I guess Streamlabs is now doing a thing where you can't have a space in your name.
What?
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Because when I had a space here, and it turned off, but then I have no space.
Holy shit! Yeah, so that's what it is. So if you're going to,
but they don't have spaces in their name. Yeah, they don't have spaces in their names.
No, but I think the people that tried before, that's probably what it is. They probably put a space and won't let them donate.
But
that's
I noticed
Why
that he
is it like
doesn't
that?
have a space. Hold on, let me see something.
Yeah, Streamlabs a little. Ride Drive says I don't have a space.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, we had a problem last stream. It doesn't like 8-inch and bigger. Maybe that's what it is. All right, we'll see if that works. A lot of things online today have changed, including YouTube. Yeah, I mean, this has been a really freaking strange month for us. We've been going through a lot of. It's not working, huh? We've been going through a lot of weird shit. Main channel comes back this month. That's right, Big Paulie. December 29th will be back on the main channel, or the 30th. It's the 29th when it's up, so I don't know if we can stream that day. Or, by the way, Bellator is tomorrow. Friend of the show, Justin Sumter, it just popped up that he was fighting. He's fighting tomorrow night, and we're looking very much forward to that. She got it.
It does work.
She got
liars.
it. Oh, yes.
Wonderful.
Okay. That's
You
good.
guys are yanking chains over here.
Is it the
It
space?
works. No, I just typed in my name. I typed in the message, and I clicked donate, and then I went through PayPal. I donated through PayPal.
That's weird. Okay. All right, so it does work. Okay, it
You
works.
guys are yanking chains over here.
It works. It works. Cut it out. Stop.
I just donated $2 and wasted 30% for nothing.
Oh, no, not on Streamlabs. All right, Tony Ferguson. Here he is. The story that we were talking about in the beginning of the show.
Yeah, hold on. Sorry. I just had okay. All right, so let me X out of that story. So we're done with Figueiredo then, I guess.
Yeah, we'll dabble back into that.
So Tony Ferguson warns Charles Oliveira if he shows up too far overweight, we are not competing at UFC 256. So he's immediately turning down Charles Oliveira if he shows up overweight.
He will turn down Oliveira if he shows up overweight. Okay. That's actually, I don't blame him, but that would really suck. Has Oliveira missed weight? I can't remember. I don't recall, but he might have.
Let's see.
He seems like a big dude.
He's confident that he'll make the 156-pound limit.
Connor will step in. Connor will step in.
I'm counting on Brazilian Charles Oliveira and others to come in overweight as usual, so I'm calling it now. I guess he's implying that because he's Brazilian, he's going to come in overweight.
Did you do you have any clips from his interview today? You put the news in before. Can you just it works.
See?
It works.
Wonderful.
Heavy, yes.
Testes 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, heavy. It works. Oh yes.
Wonderful.
Thank you, heavy. Thank you. It works. Testes. So is there any news stories where after the press conference, because I'm sure there's quotes, I couldn't understand what the man was saying, but I'm sure there has to be stories of Tony Ferguson after that press conference, because he has completely lost his shit. So this is what he's putting on. What kind of meal is this?
That's his weight cut meal.
That's his weight cut meal.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like breakfast. What is that? Pussy lips? What is this?
It's a yam.
Looks like a pussy. Like it
It's
looks like
sweet
a
potato.
infected vagina.
It's sweet potato.
Does he have an eggs and infected vagina for breakfast? Right?
Yes.
Doesn't it look like someone just opened up it just looks like a oh God, I'm gonna vomit. Yes, I would like some eggs.
Tony Ferguson vents on fighting for UFC gold, lack of opponents. Somebody was fucking lying.
Throw it out on the site. Have you guys ever had eggs and infected vagina for breakfast? Yes or no? Let me know if you have.
Yes. Super chat.
Big Paulie hitting the super chat. Thank you, Big Paulie. You're wonderful. Yes.
Wonderful.
I did see Ride Drive Willie say, "Have you tried a card?" It could be your bank. So what we've seen in the past is if you use your card every time you donate, and sometimes some banks, if they see like $2 here, $5 there, all to Streamlabs and stuff, they think it's like fraud. So they'll shut down your ability to use your card on Streamlabs. So you got to call your bank and let them know that you are the one making payments, and it's not somebody else with your card. Because they think your card is getting it's like fraud.
Oh, look, Uncle Shep got to work. He got to work.
I think you fixed it.
Yes!
It definitely wasn't working before. Crazy Pony FTW.
Oh my God, stop. Thank you, Tony, for the
Well, I
win.
definitely didn't fix it. I just used it and it worked.
Yeah, it was the space thing for some reason. I don't know what the hell that's about. You can't put a space in your name. I don't know why that is. And thank you, Uncle Shep. Appreciate that. So this is what Kainoto puts. I don't know if it was meant to have these boxes. And then I says to Tony, you got mental illness.
Get it, Moss? Like a glitch?
I don't get it.
Moss, you don't get it? Like, it's like a glitch in his brain, a glitch on the meme. Like, you don't get it?
Is that with the 2 T's?
Yeah. Yes, Moss. Oh, come on, Moss.
No, I get it. I get it. I was
Wonderful.
just kidding. Yeah, I get it.
Oh,
Let's get back to this vagina breakfast.
oh, Moss.
Alrighty.
So, all right. So, did I post it? I think I posted it.
Let's look.
Oh, maybe not. Hold on. Getting all distracted over here.
The news.
OnlyFans, but it's pictures of my bloody fart, says Big Polly. Landa says Tony only eats baby food like RoboCop.
Okay, here we go. It's ready to rock. The Tony train. We're gonna get a lot of crazy Tony stories. If he destroys Charles Oliveira, I mean, a lot of people are gonna be happy. I think the UFC is gonna be happy either way. You know, Tony's a guy that a lot of people have jumped on. They really like Mr. Ferguson, and I understand why. He's a circus, you know, and he's fun to watch fight. So hopefully this whole brain damage thing is just something that we're just overreacting about, and we get to see the Kukui. What happened? Why is there silence, Jess? What's going on?
I'm getting distracted by a million things right now, so I'm sorry. Please
It's okay.
forgive me.
Hit the like button, 133. Stop being a lazy fook and put your thumb in the upright position. It's our second stream, so let's get us back in that algorithm. Hit that like button if you're wonderful, wonderful, and let's talk some more Kukui.
Yeah, so the one that I just posted, Moss. So what, you want me to just read some of the stuff that he said on Media Day, I guess?
Well,
He says that title's a wet dream. Like that farmer's insurance commercial. You almost got it. Keep it going. We're just keep dangling it in front of you. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know if it's because I'm Mexican. I'm an American with Mexican parts.
Wait. Back up. How did it start?
This is his quote.
What was the beginning of that? I don't know. What?
That title's a wet dream. So
That title's a wet dream. Okay.
Yeah. Like that farmer's insurance commercial. You almost got it. Keep it going. We're just going to keep dangling it in front of you. So I'm assuming he's talking about the title being dangled in front of him.
Makes total sense. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know if it's because I'm Mexican. I'm an American with Mexican parts.
Okay. Let's
So he thinks
figure
he's
this
being
out.
dangled in front of him because he's Mexican. Like, he's not getting the opportunity because he's Mexican.
Now, he's not getting the opportunity because he's Mexican, but the card that he's fighting on
Has
a
Brazilian?
Mexican main event
Yeah.
and a Mexican co-main event.
Yeah.
It just so happens to be him as the co-main event.
Yes. And then he says, 12-fight win streak, 8 years in the making before women's sports were even in the UFC. So I don't know what women's sports has to do with it, but apparently that has something to do with
12 fight. Wait, what is that? 12-fight win streak? You have to repeat everything he says.
8 years in the making before women's sports were even in the UFC. Conor McGregor was on welfare. All these different.
That's true. Those are true facts. Yes.
All these different things, and I still didn't earn a title shot. Okay. Now, mind you, if he won against Justin Gaethje, he would have had a title shot, but that's irrelevant. Apparently that doesn't matter at all. But I'm still saying.
Wait, he didn't. But he fought for the interim strap and he won.
But and what I'm saying is.
And fought again.
What I'm saying is, if he won against Justin Gaethje, he would have had the title shot. So he's saying that, I never had a title shot, but he was set up to have one. He just lost.
But he was the interim champ. What is he talking about? He was the interim champ.
He says, but I'm still sitting saying fuck the free world, just like Eminem.
How? Okay, what? Are you guys hearing this?
The most naked I've ever been my whole entire life. Period. I'm still here.
He is
period.
shot. But maybe he needs to get into this mentality before he gets into a cage fight. Maybe I'm trying to figure out, okay, what if Tony Ferguson has to put himself in the Twilight Zone in order to become El Cucuy? So he gets into this weird trance, babbles some weird shit, and says, let's party. I'm Tony Ferguson turning into El Cucuy. Maybe that's what's happening.
I've got the belt in my room. I could go after another belt, but how much greed is that? So first he's complaining about not getting the title shot, but now he's saying he won't go after the belt because it's too greedy. So there's that.
Yes.
I've got an Ultimate Fighter trophy. I've got a Fighters Only trophy. I've got a UFC belt. I've got medals, and I'm Lord of the Rings with all my championship rings. Mm-hmm. UFC said that Chandler had a fight.
You gotta love it.
And then Chandler said that he didn't have a fight.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the line, somebody was fucking lying. I'm sitting here to tell you, get your fucking facts straight. So I think he's implying that to the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's directing that to the UFC. He also said, Oliveira is the only game opponent that I wanted. Chandler doesn't want to fight. Poirier doesn't want to fight. McNuggets ran and tiramisu's gone. You got these assless that we're going to fucking put these guys over top of me and want to move me back to number 5. It happened before. I hate to say it, but matchmaking is like a logarithm. I found it. I called it. This is where we're at today at UFC 256. I'm the co-main event. Nobody spoke up for me to get a title fight. A 12-fight win streak. What did I do wrong? Step on somebody's toes? Did I speak up for myself? That was so bad, right? This is funny to me.
Okay.
The end.
There is Cucuy. There is. He is back. And honestly, thank God, because it fills out that card very nicely this Saturday, UFC 256. It should be a wonderful, wonderful evening. I am looking very much forward to hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
Un fuego. By the way, Kevin Holland versus Jacare. You ready for another underdog? Kevin Holland's going to get the win.
Fun fact, I'm actually going to go with you on this one.
I know that Jacare should win this fight, and I am actually a pretty big Jacare fan coming from Strikeforce. I enjoy Jacare Souza. He looks very old and slow. Still got power.
Yeah, he doesn't look bad. I mean, I don't think he's going to look bad in this fight.
Kevin Holland shocks the world. I think he does. I think he takes out Jacare.
I do agree with you that Holland is probably going to take the win on this
Holland's a little nutty, though. You think he's going to try to stop and slap him?
Reckless?
Yeah, he's a nut job. The dude's out of his mind.
You think he's going to go in Reckless?
Yeah, I know he's going to go in Reckless. I'm just, for some reason, though, I just feel that Kevin Holland is going to get the job done. Really fun card. Seriously, I'm very excited about this thing. I don't mind paying the pay-per-view price, and it's kind of weird because I wasn't on board with this pay-per-view, but I'm super excited about this flyweight fight. Like, it literally peaks at something fun. 19-1 Figueiredo versus Brandon Moreno, who's hot as hell. Yeah, let's go, baby. Let's go. Next story.
So according to ESPN.com's Mark Raimundi, Jon Jones at 240 pounds inside his transformation to heavyweight.
Thick.
Moss, have you seen him lately?
Thick.
Oof.
He's even getting thighs. Look at that.
Crazy. Jon Jones was in his Albuquerque, New Mexico living room, positioned in front of a projection television. On July 25th, UFC Fight Night aired that evening, and Jones had a keen eye on the undercard as Alexander Gustafsson, one of Jones's main light heavyweight rivals, was making his heavyweight debut against former champ Fabricio Verdum. The bout didn't last long. Verdum caught Gustafsson's arm in a ground scramble and submitted him 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the first round. Jones shook his head. 3 weeks later, Jones shockingly vacated his UFC light heavyweight title, the one he held on and off for nearly a decade, and announced his own intention of moving up to heavyweight. He vowed to himself that he would do it the correct way, no matter how long that took, and what that meant. For the past 3 months, Jones has been putting in the work. Arguably the best MMA fighter ever, Jones has never trained much in between fight camps, but the inspiration of a new challenge is reflected in a noticeably changed physique and mindset. Jones has put on almost 20 pounds, with potentially more to go. He sees a team of 3 strength and conditioning coaches 6 times per week, has adapted his skills to the heavier weight, and now believes he could be more dominant than ever. This is the Jon Jones who awaits the heavyweight division as he purses another title and attempts to end any debate about MMA's greatest of all time. Jones let out a loud woo as he ducked into the squat rack at his home gym. Strength and conditioning coach Jordan Chavez was behind him, spotting as Drowning Pool's Bodies blasted over the sound system.
Oh, out of all songs, Bodies?
Yes.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Like the worst. Is that what he's playing? Like the cheesiest?
Jones started with a 405-pound Anderson squat, or bottom-up squat. Then he moved to...
I think he is white. I think Jon Jones is a corny white guy trapped in a big black man's body. He is. He's very Caucasian. Like, he is not black.
Then he moved to 435 pounds and 455. Now, can you, as much as you make fun of him, can you squat 455 pounds?
Oh, easy stuff. Easy stuff.
He finished by...
Only if I listen to Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Easy. I could press like 500 pounds easy. No problem.
He finished by squatting 500 pounds. The video of that sequence was posted on Jones's Instagram account on November 23rd. It has more than 450,000 views. Now, if you go to his Instagram account, you can actually see the transition that has occurred over the last month with Jon Jones.
That's just a
that's Jon
vagina.
Jones right there. That's his that's the before picture. So you can actually see the transition over the last few months, or not a few months, 1 month of Jon Jones's heavyweight transition. I wouldn't suggest playing too many videos because there are songs behind a lot of them.
You know how Jon Jones is serious? You know how I know he's serious, Jess?
How?
He's letting the sides of his hair grow in. That's a good sign right there. When a gentleman
Bum Jones.
When a gentleman likes to fade their hair, right, the sides, and then they let the sides go in, they're serious. They're serious about what's going on. And if you could notice in this picture, if you analyze this picture right here, Jon Jones is letting the sides grow in. That's his focus, man. He doesn't care about what his hair looks like. And look, if you notice something, Jesse, if you notice something here, my hair is growing in on the sides as well.
Yeah, but I like yours when it grows in.
Actually, it's not growing in as long as his. When mine gets to Jon Jones's level, I will be a very serious man. But if I get the fade, which I want to get very soon, then I am not focused. But that's focus when you grow in the sides of your hair. How many people in the chat have their sides of their hair, like if the sides of your head, right? The hair on the sides of your head is the same length as the hair on top of your head. That means you don't care about your looks and you're focused about what's going on in your life.
I suppose.
Yes. It's the truth. You know? If the side hair is the same length as the hair on the top of your head, well, then, yeah, his biceps does look pretty weak there. Whoever said that. Yeah, Landa, you're right. It does look kind of weak. Still fuck me up. Anyway, there's Jon Jones sitting with this girl. She's
That's
isn't
not
she
his
in
girl.
Bellator or some shit? This chick. Didn't she sign with Bellator? She's like a boxer or something.
Clarissa Shields?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't she, is she in Bellator? Where'd she go? I don't even know where the hell she went.
I don't know. I know
Who
she's
signed
in MMA.
Now she's in MMA, yeah. All right, so what are we looking at with Jon Jones?
No, skip like these things. Look at the transition, the workout ones. Here we go. So these are the transitions pictures he's been posting over the last month.
I don't know. His lats could look better, but just
What?
yeah.
He's in tremendous shape right now.
No. I'm not impressed. Not impressed.
Oh my God.
Here he's looking pretty good. He's looking his legs definitely thickened up over here. But yeah, I'm not impressed. Oh, she's in PFL? Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. She's in PFL. That's where she is. Okay. So Jon Jones thickening up at 240 pounds. I'm looking forward to seeing him come back. I really do. I miss Jon Jones. I truly miss Bones. I miss the shenanigans. I miss not knowing whether he's going to fight or not because of suspensions. I miss the press conferences, and I miss him fighting. I really do. I miss leading up to his fights, and I miss his actual fights. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to do at heavyweight. Who will he fight? Will it be Stipe or Ngannou? Will Izzy come up there and challenge him at heavyweight, which would be nuts? So Jon Bones Jones, let me know in the chat if you give a fook about Bones getting thick. Jon Jones is now allowed to do cocaine in the cage. Hell yeah.
Wonderful.
Chris, don't pay attention to black people. How you don't know the greatest female boxer. Yeah, Cedric, nor do I care. Is she the greatest female boxer? Because I honestly couldn't care less. Let's see. Where's Drunk Savage? He's here. In fact, probably the other Glide was drunk. I mean, who knows? Drunk has lost his mind.
Drunk is definitely here.
He's probably the other Glide. I don't know what is up with Drunk, man. He's lost his mind. I don't know what the hell's going on with the guy. I really don't. He's still here, so it's like he's like, I'm leaving, but he's still here. So just come back as your fucking. We gave you a moderator wrench, and he's popping in on his other accounts. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Want to see him get knocked out. I miss people trying to fook his face up his heavy microgrow. Having a bad day, but this stream making it better. Hey, Steven, I hope it gets better, man. I hope it gets better. Landis says, Bones Ngannou is the only thing I'm interested in. So that's the only one you want? Great guy. He was with his 3 children. Savage, a good man. It was either RX. Yeah, I mean, listen,
All right, who cares?
I can't. I have to say this.
Uh-oh.
The saga going on with this PlayStation group, I don't. It is.
Who cares?
It's so stupid. Like it's this like little soap opera you guys got with each other. It's really bizarre.
It's because they're all toxic and they all
don't know
spend
what's
time
going
with
on.
each other.
But it's like they're beating each other up. They're like best friends, then they're not. Then they're making accounts and fucking with each other. Like I have no idea. But enjoy. Out of all the GOAT talk, he has legitimately walked himself to the edge and not anyone else. So in that cage, he is still in line for GOAT talk if he redeems himself by 40. Good luck. Thank you. That's a very long run-on sentence. Okay.
All right. Now, Moss.
Yes.
Floyd Mayweather.
Okay, here's money. Everyone loves talking about Floyd, right?
Now.
He's all over the place.
Does it surprise you that Floyd Mayweather has opened as an astronomical favorite over Logan Paul in their exhibition boxing match?
I don't think it surprises anyone. No. Is this fight really happening?
Yes.
Because I've noticed, okay? I've been doing a little research. I've been snooping on the interwebs. And by the way, there's these 2 Canadian kids that Dana White is like sucking off. Like they're best friends. And they were playing blackjack online together. I was a little jealous. I kind of wanted to play blackjack with them. But they're the ones that leaked Mike Tyson's phone number. Did you hear about these kids?
Oh, I heard his phone number got leaked. I didn't know that was...
Yeah, there are 2 kids on the internet that apparently they're famous. I don't know. They're internet famous. I have no idea who these guys are. But I did stumble upon them.
What's their names?
Interviewing Dana White. They're 2 Canadian kids. If you know their names in the chat, please let me know. But they had Logan Paul on briefly. The Nelk Boys. Thank you, Stephen. I appreciate that.
Never
the Nelk
heard of
Boys.
them.
Yeah. Apparently, I don't know who they are. I have no fucking clue. But I did notice that Dana White flies them to events. Apparently, they're some sort of internet sensation, I guess.
Are they like related to Dana White maybe?
No, they're just kids on the internet that caught some steam, and I guess Dana White. I have no idea. Maybe they play video games, or I have no clue. PJ says they're funny. I have no clue, but I did notice that they do these interviews. Now they had Dana White on, they had Logan Paul on, and they were asking Logan questions, and I'm sure he can only say certain things, but he legit has no idea what size the gloves are going to be. They're going to be wearing headgear. What are the rules? He has no idea. So you know what's going to happen.
Shouldn't that be in the contract when they
What
sign?
contract? They just put this pay-per-view out there and say, hey, this fight's happening. But honestly, I don't think the fight is happening.
Well, they can't put they can't put the pay-per-view out there and have people start paying if the fight's not happening. They can't do that. It's false advertising.
5.9. We didn't talk about Rumble yet. We will get into that. 5.9 million subscribers these Nelk boys have. What kind of rock do I live under? Maybe I should stop playing poker and start searching this internet.
Speaking of poker, guys, call me the new poker championship queen because
Congrats.
I've been playing and I've been doing all right.
Well,
I have
see.
$115,000 in the pocket right now.
Okay, well, all right. We'll talk about that when we play poker. We'll get into that. But talk about this.
Moss.
Okay, yeah.
That's important. Don't shut me down.
No, I'm not shutting you down. But the next time we play poker online, you'll show your skills off. Anyway, get back to this situation. So Logan Paul,
Yeah.
I do believe that there's a good chance that this might not even happen. This might be just a publicity stunt. 200-pound.
They can't release sales for a pay-per-view.
Why?
If it's not happening, because it's false advertising. They're
refund.
collecting money. So what? They're going to collect money from thousands of people
Say it's not happening.
and then refund thousands of people? I highly doubt that's such a mess.
Why?
That is the biggest mess. Like, how is that possibly going to happen?
Have you ever had tickets to you've never gone out. But if you ever had tickets to a concert or any event and it falls through, you get reimbursed. That's what happens, right? So
But thousands of people getting reimbursed at the same time?
Publicity stunt. Or maybe what they're doing here is it's such a circus that this thing is legit WWE. Because now, listen, it's an exhibition fight. It's already a circus. And Floyd Mayweather's the big favorite. And Floyd Mayweather should beat this man. But this is a 200-pound, 6'2" young kid, 25 years old, who is an 0-1 pro boxer against a legendary 5-0, 5'8", 155-pound. Like, what? What's the rules? Logan Paul, who's fighting in this event, has no idea what the rules are. So I'm starting to think here that their plan is working. We're all talking about it. And this will be a completely fabricated fake event. I don't think this is going to be real at all.
I mean,
I don't believe it.
you might be right.
Or they're just going to dance around and say, hey, let's just have some fun. It's really freaking weird. Anyway, all right, get into that story.
Well, it's kind of a mute point now. Like, basically all it talks about is how Mayweather is opening up as the favorite. That's it.
I mean, listen, we're going to react to it, of course. You know, it's a big spectacle. We're going to react to it. Not paying for it, but we'll find ways. It should be interesting. We'll do a live reaction. And, yeah. Okay. Chat, what do you think about this circus? Or do you not even care about that? And that's fair enough.
CN says, change the story. Juvenile Johnny, UFC does refunds every time the main event changes if the people want a refund. MJ, I mean, honestly, Logan doesn't even threaten him with anything. Jacob, with the guy who just mopped Nate Robinson. Stephen A says, if they go as hard as the Tyson fight, I'll be happy. Jose Loco says, Logan Paul taking it 100% serious. D. Mula, Mayweather money hungry. Bruh, PJ Carrillo says, who cares? PewDiePie versus GSP in March. Good luck says, Mayweather pays Paul to take a fall, but instead he just KOs Roy.
So weird. This whole thing is so weird. Well, I mean, listen, and it's supposed to be happening in February, so get ready. Next year is going to be wacky. Like, who knows what the hell we're going to watch. And I don't even know what's up with boxing, man. It's just nuts. By the way, I heard through the grapevine, Jesse, that Floyd Mayweather is going to make $5 million off this fight. Logan Paul is supposed to make $200,000.
That's fair.
Okay.
Because who the fuck is
Now,
Logan Paul?
They're getting percentages of the pay-per-view. They're getting a cut of the pay-per-view. But think about that.
Good. Logan Paul doesn't deserve more than $200,000. What the fuck?
$5 million?
The guy has no professional boxing career.
$200,000.
He lost, or he
What
has
the
like
fuck?
one no contest, or one draw and one loss.
He'll
Like,
probably get $1 million though from the pay-per-view buys and stuff like that, Logan. He'll
the guy
probably
doesn't deserve shit.
sponsorships. and
He
shit.
doesn't even deserve to fight Floyd Mayweather, but he is.
I mean, can you blame the kid though? Like, can you blame the kid for getting in there with him?
I don't blame the kid for
I
getting
don't.
in there, but I don't think he deserves as much money as Floyd's getting.
Yeah,
Floyd fucking worked his ass off to get to where he is and earn that money.
it's kind of weird, but yeah. All right. So anyway, that's that situation. Let's get out of that.
Okay, according to Jesse Holland of MMA Mania, Israel Adesanya earns his jiu-jitsu purple belt and vows to start tapping opponents.
Oh, hold on a second. I saw a meme about this. You can tell the story.
He was, you know, a little teary-eyed getting his new belt.
Yeah.
He said on Instagram, I smoked with Snoop Dogg. I surfed with Kelly Slater. I rolled with Andre Galvo. This has been the highlight of my trip so far, being surprised with a purple belt. Although initially I didn't feel like I deserved this, I trust his judgment and feel I have earned this. In my short time here, I've felt my jiu-jitsu level up. I've loved knocking people out, but it's time to start tapping them out.
Nice. That's it?
Yeah.
Oh shit! You were supposed to buy me more time. I'm looking for.
Sorry.
I'm looking for a meme that I saw today about this. What is this guy's name? I can't remember his name. He's on Instagram. He's pretty supportive of us, and he's got a fairly big Instagram following. Oh, God damn it. I always look for this guy's name and I can never remember.
Good luck says Floyd will probably get double what Logan gets in pay-per-view tiers.
Yeah, it's kind of... Oh, here we go. Tony Clark. Okay, I found him. So this guy I'm talking about. This guy, go follow this guy on Instagram, by the way. Hold on a second. What the
Does it have music?
Okay. Does he have music on his Instagram?
No, it is whatever the post you're looking for.
By the way, almost 40K followers. Tony Clark _MMA. He's got some good MMA stuff over there, and he's been pretty supportive of us. And this is his second run at his IG. But anyway, he put up a... Where is it? He puts up a lot of shit. Oh, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Oh, maybe it wasn't him. Oh, all that for nothing. Oh, well.
Dude, it's good to be a purple belt, man. Need all MMA. Yoel should fight Jake Paul next.
Oh, here's the video. Here's the purple belt.
Yes.
But where's the picture of Jon Jones handing him the purple belt? Did you see that meme?
No, I did not.
It's hysterical. Shit. I thought it was on his page. There's a picture. So someone edited Jon Jones's face over here handing him the purple belt. It's a really funny meme. And I was going to steal it, but here's the video.
For 5 weeks, he improved so much, right? From the first day I rode with him, I trained with him.
Oh, he's crying.
It's amazing to see like how much he put into the martial arts, you know. So he's the best, you know, in what he does. So every time this man fights, he have 95% of chance to win a fight. He have 100 fights, professional fights, you know, only 5 losses, and it's amazing to see the way he handled his life, you know, with such a joy, gratitude, respect, right? And I learned a lot from you here, right? Because you have champions and champions, you know, but this is a real champion. So
look at that. Purple belt Izzy, Jess. He was that was weird though. He sounded like a baby when he was crying. He has an odd cry.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you think about Izzy getting his purple belt?
I love it. Listen, I'm down for any accomplishment Izzy makes. So, and I do. I mean, I don't do jiu-jitsu or anything like that, but I do understand, you know, like what a big deal it is to move up, you know, get new belts and stuff like that.
It's very emotional.
So, yeah, I think it's awesome.
It's very, very emotional. It's a big... Did he cry when he became champ? I don't remember. So I
think it's a little different when...
You're in your pajamas, right? And you get a colorful belt.
No, I think it's different when they make that accomplishment of moving up, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's a little different.
When I was in judo, Jesse, I didn't go past white belt. Didn't happen to me. So I didn't have the opportunity to get a colorful belt, unfortunately.
And weep.
Yeah. I probably would have cried. I almost cried at the tournament when I got my ass kicked twice by a yellow belt. I got my ass kicked by a yellow belt.
Oh, God.
I was like 10 years old. Yellow belt mopped the floor at me. I was like, I'm done with this. Is there any no contact sport that I could play? Parcheesi. Anyway, congratulations to Izzy.
Yes. Scott Coker explains why Bellator passed on signing Yoel Romero. Did you know about this, Moss?
I was reading that article. Yes, I actually do know.
According to Nolan King of MMA Junkie, Scott Coker respects everything Yoel Romero has accomplished in his career, but the Bellator president is happy with his current roster. Romero, a multi-time UFC middleweight title challenger, was recently released from the UFC deal and became a free agent. Though Coker said he always is in communication with Romero's management team, he passed on the opportunity to bring in the veteran competitor. He said, quote, "We got a call from his agent, and originally we just passed. If you look at our roster and how many fighters we have on this roster and how many fights we're going to do, there are only so many TV slots. We have kind of gotten away from signing the OGs we used to sign back in the day. That's because guys like AJ McKee are coming up. Alima McFarlane is developing into a main event fighter. We've basically built from the bottom up. We have a lot of great fighters that are on the roster that we've built over the last 4 or 5 years. We were kind of headed in a different direction. I was happy with the way that the roster is right now and not adding anybody." ESPN initially reported Bellator's lack of interest in Romero. A claim manager Malki Kawa seemingly disputed on Twitter shortly thereafter. While Coker said that the company doesn't have any interest at the moment, that doesn't mean the door is permanently closed. Romero, who is number 6 in the latest USA Today Sports MMA Junkie middleweight rankings, has lost recent decisions to Paulo Costa and Adesanya, giving him a 1-4 record leading up to his release. Although he didn't capture a title, Romero still left his mark in the the UFC. He has the third most knockouts in middleweight history, 7 the third most knockdowns at 10. He is one of 2 fighters in UFC history with multiple flying knee finishes, along with other accolades. Bellator returns Thursday with Bellator 254, which takes place at the Mohegan Sun Arena. The main card airs on CBS Sports Network after prelims on MMA Junkie.
I'm bummed that Yoel Romero is gone. I saw Drunk Savage put in the Discord, Yoel going to Combate Americas to fight Tito Ortiz. If that is true, if there's any truth to that, I want to poke my eyeballs out. I hope there's no truth to that. There was conversation that Yoel was maybe going to bare knuckle. There's a big event, bare knuckle, this Friday. We'll be reacting to the felony fight. But there was conversation that Yoel was going to bare knuckle. And if that's the case, that would be absolutely insane. I'd rather see him go to one of those places than Combate. I don't know. Just call me crazy. But, yeah, it's interesting. Yoel gone. They're going to cut 60 fighters. I'm curious who else is on the chopping block. Scott Coker picking up Rumble Johnson, though. Yes, that's the next one, Moss. Do you think, would you rather Rumble over there or Yoel? Who do you think's a better fit? Yoel OnlyFans? Yoel's in fantastic shape. I would totally subscribe to his OnlyFans.
Listen, I don't mind Rumble Johnson at Bellator at all. I have no complaints. But I also would have liked to see Yoel Romero in Bellator.
What's the better move? Yoel or Rumble?
Moss, you just completely skipped it. Where are you going?
What's the better move?
I just told you I don't have a better move. I like them both. I can't complain about Rumble, but I would have liked to see Yoel as well.
Okay. And what did I skip? What are you talking about?
Scroll. What the heck?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
What the heck? Scroll more.
You put the same story twice.
No.
Oh, you put the same picture twice. Yeah, that's why I'm like, what are you talking about? It's the same freaking picture.
All right.
So you put the who cares? Who cares?
Well, it's supposed to be a picture of Rumble.
I'll put this up. All right, well, I'm going to talk about Rumble. I don't know what's that. You're zoning out a lot. So, Rumble Johnson
zoning out.
Going over to Bellator is a good and bad thing. Yeah, I know you were just staring into space. So I'm like,
I wasn't doing it. I had the story right here.
I'm about movement. Rumble Johnson going to Bellator is great if you're a Bellator fan, or if you're not into Bellator and you're like, well, I might watch that. Rumble Johnson will drag viewers over there. I really, truly believe that Rumble Johnson will drag viewers over there. It sucks that we don't get to see him back in the UFC, but we already saw him in the UFC. So now maybe in Bellator, this new Rumble, a non-USADA Rumble, will be more exciting. Maybe this will put some life into Bellator. How old is Rumble Johnson? Do you know?
I can look for you.
Thank you, Jess.
36.
36 years old. Same age as Kukui. 36 years old. Yeah, Bellator might be the right place for him. I think it's a good move. I think overall it's a good move. Let's get to the story.
What's funny now?
Your faces are the best, man.
I'm just blowing up my teeth.
I know. I like your faces though. They're the best. Look at the replay. See? I like the faces you make. You start blowing your cheeks up. I think it's good for the show. I enjoy it.
Gotcha. All right. According to CBS Sports, Brian Campbell, former two-time UFC light heavyweight title challenger Anthony Rumble Johnson, has added a fairly significant wrinkle to his long-teased comeback by agreeing to terms with Bellator MMA on Wednesday, sources told CBS Sports. Johnson, 22-6, hasn't competed in MMA since losing a 205-pound title rematch to Daniel Cormier at UFC 210 in 2017. He retired immediately after the fight before publicly announcing his intention to return to the sport in 2019. The 36-year-old's comeback, however, has been painstakingly slow for reasons that remain unclear. Johnson didn't enter the USADA testing pool to begin his mandatory 6 months of consistent clean testing before a UFC return could be cleared until last September. The news of Johnson's mutually parting with the UFC was first reported by ESPN's ARIEL HELWANI. Rumble is expecting to debut with Bellator in early 2021 and do so as a light heavyweight where he had the majority of his success inside the octagon.
I am looking forward. Can't wait to see Rumble's return to the cage. Man, like there is a lot of wrestling. There's a lot of wrestling going on when it comes to the champions and stuff like that. And now Rumble coming in there and bringing those heavy hands. We got some fire. We got some fireworks. Really looking forward to it. What do you think about Rumble Johnson? Will this man rock the Bellator strap? Will he be the answer to an organization that's kind of meh, let's be honest, as of late at least?
Let's see. Sean Hart says, cheers, Mots. Oh, wow, says MJ. Damn, wonder what happened. Buckley, TKO, James Krause, man. Who the heck, says individually tremendous. Johnny Silverhand says, oh, I missed it. I'm sorry, man. What weight class will he fight at? Light heavyweight is what he's saying.
Man, it's going to be a thick Rumble.
Yep.
I wish it was heavyweight, though.
That's
That
what
would be
they're
fun.
saying. I mean, for all we know, he could come back and fight.
He's going back to welterweight.
West Coast says Rumble couldn't get all the PEDs out of his system. Well, no. Remember, when he entered into the testing pool, it's retroactive to certain dates, depending on when you left or whenever you popped. So, according to the article, it basically just the timing just wasn't right, and the UFC just wasn't gonna. They weren't gonna play with that. Rumble and fighting cans for Coker does nothing for me. Dude made 170, says MJ. Notorious says that should say if you are a fucking dumbass. Aunt Ann says, Chris and Jesse, you guys are the best. No, you're the best, Ann. MJ says, that's crazy. He made 170. Casey Jones says, bleat ma. President-elect Gary Hansen says, I am the best. You are the
Food
best.
reviews. Rumble going to Bellator definitely has my attention. Well done, Scott Coker. I gave him a round of applause for his thing, and Scott Coker says this. I like it. So Scott Coker likes it. We're BFFs now. I got closer to Scott Coker than I did to David Feldman. Okay, so Scott Coker does a good job getting Rumble. I think that's nice. And they do have some young talent there with the guys like AJ McKee. Hopefully they don't lose guys like that, because if they do, well, it's just going to go back to the old man league. So, and speaking of Bellator, tomorrow our friend Justin the Fort Sumter is fighting. Let's just show who he's got. Like I said, we have a lot of internet problems over here, so I don't even know if we're going to be able to do anything for Bellator tomorrow.
Yeah, we have a tech coming tomorrow.
Fucking bullshit.
So if it's down, we
Cox
won't be able
could
to.
suck a dioc. Let's see. Where's Justin? So Justin, this fight was supposed to happen before. He's fighting Romero Cotton. We made jokes, hey, he's black. His last name is Cotton. I'm not going to make the jokes in again. I just referenced the joke. Yeah. Anyway, 4-0. 4-0 Cotton versus the 7-3-0 Justin. I think Justin's a more rounded. Well, what am I trying to say? The more well-rounded fighter with the striking and the grappling. But Cotton does have some serious wrestling. He is a pretty big favorite. So good luck to Justin tomorrow. Hopefully you get back in the win column and be wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Oh, Kenny Champion, too. Look at this. From Premier FC. Kenny Champion. He's a pretty big underdog. So our buddies are all the underdogs on the Bellator card tomorrow. Hell yeah. McFarlane versus Velasquez is the main event. McFarlane's pretty dominating. She really is. Hawaii. How you doing?
Yes, sir.
So that's the main event. Maybe we can catch the main event with you guys. If not, we'll see you Friday.
Okay.
But let's get into the next story.
All right. Remember Matt Wyman, the guy who got dropped on his head just recently?
Yeah.
Well, he just got released from the UFC.
Yeah. Hey.
He just got cut.
You get destroyed. See you later.
According to Adam Gillen of MMA Mania, this poor fucking guy, man. Wyman's last win inside the octagon came 5 years ago, though it's not really a fair assessment, as he took an extended break after defeating Isaac Valley Flag at UFC Fight Night 57. Prior to his break, he had gone 6-2, but since his return, he hasn't been able to reach the winner's circle. He leaves the promotion with a 10-8 record inside the octagon.
Imagine that's your last fight in the UFC. That's it. You get slammed on your head, out cold. That's the end of a career.
This poor guy, man.
All right. Well, see you later.
Slammed.
Looks like Jim Norton here.
He had been competing for the UFC for about 14 years, so it's a long time before getting cut.
Yeah. You're welcome.
According to Bloody Elbows, Victor Rodriguez, he says, threats, gag orders, and more. Fighters and employees throw serious allegations at one championship. Did you see this coming?
No, what's the allegations?
Well, in 2011...
He looks like a pedophile, so is he running like a child sex organization?
He looks like someone in
He looks like a straight up pedophile.
In a mafia.
Yeah, a mafia pedophile movie. Like, that's what he should be in.
What?
How is this man not a pedophile? Look at him.
He doesn't look like a pedophile.
This guy looks like a fucking pedophile. With that, listen, if you can't grow a mustache Asians, let's just not grow the damn thing. Right? What are we doing here? If you can't grow facial hair, don't even bother. What the hell are you just stop.
In 2011, One Championship was founded as a destination organization, a home for some of the biggest names in Asian MMA, as well as proving ground for up-and-coming fighters from all over the region. In almost a decade, One has become an outfit that claims a viewership that can potentially reach 1 billion households. It ventured into mainland China, partnered with other organizations and other countries, and crossed over to not just have MMA, but Muay Thai, kickboxing, and into esports. The groundwork One has laid with exciting matchups and an impressive array of fighters has led to some excellent free agent acquisitions. From former UFC champions Miesha Tate as a vice president to UFC legends and former champs Vitor Belfort, Demetrius Johnson, and Eddie Alvarez, it's been impressive to see the organization grow year by year. Yet, questions remain regarding many of the claims it has made. Bloody Elbow has covered various aspects of the states of One Championship's finances, addressing claims and reports of robust growth that appear to be unfounded at best. We've seen the company take massive losses and recently lay off a chunk of their staff, all while boasting about an influx of cash from investors and claiming to have a war chest. Perhaps downsizing during a global pandemic isn't the most unusual thing, but the timing of this, all on top of the years of suspicion surrounding the financial state and well-being of the company, certainly raises interesting questions. Over the years, there have also been numerous complaints and serious grievances towards the company, both publicly and privately, from fighters and former employees. Bloody Elbow spoke to 4 individuals who accused One Championship's management of various unfair practices, neglecting fighter safety, favoritism, blatant mismatches, as well as remarkably low pay. Furthermore, these sources complained about issues relating to contract extensions and the punitive nature of management staff for those who speak out.
This is not good. A lot of people like, yeah, go to one, and they're paying like some of the bigger names, big bucks, and then you're saying no. What are the other guys getting paid?
Yeah. All of the persons who spoke for this article agreed to talk to Bloody Elbow on the condition that they not be named due to concerns of retaliation. They have a zero-tolerance criticism policy. Sources claim that some of the former employees and fighters want to express their discontent with One Championship, but fear doing so due to possible legal action. Compounding the issue is the fact that the company is headquartered in Singapore, where some of our sources have expressed concern that legal proceedings can become very expensive to the point where the party with at least amount of resources often ends up losing the most. A company insider who spoke on the condition of anonymity also claimed that there's a reason fighters are under contract have low morale but won't speak out. They can't. Unfortunately for fighters, things get tighter from there. One fighter was approached to sign them, and The Athletic declined for the following reason, saying, they pay shit, and when you're signed, it's exclusively with them. It doesn't guarantee that they will keep you busy or give you fights. So with the exclusivity clause enforced without any obligation on behalf of the promoter to offer fights, the independent contractors remained locked in with nowhere to go or any way to earn their keep in the meantime.
Wait, hold on a second, Jesse. Hold on to the story. I have breaking news with One Championship. Sean Hart dropping in the chat, and he says this. Now, if this is true, what? One blocked me in YouTube comments for saying MMA holes. When has One Championship? Why would they be threatened by the MMA holes in the chat?
Well, according to this article, they're threatened by a lot of things.
What? All right, you know what, One Championship? Listen, I barely watch any of your stuff anyway, okay? Unless maybe Mighty Mouse or Eddie Alvarez is fighting, but you're on at weird times for me. And I need my sleep, and I will never watch your events ever again. Ever. I'm not going to react to your event. I'm not going to promote your event. You goddamn pedophile-looking son of a bitch. You have blocked one of the MMA holes for saying our name. You are banished. That's it. No more One Championship for me. They can go suck a dick. Sorry, Jesse. That's terrible. I'm sorry, Sean. What a bunch of pussies.
So basically, without going through all of this stuff, because it is quite a lot, drug testing allegations, ticket sales or lack of ticket sales, bold claims and market share, questionable viewership and ratings, a lot of allegations that are going in One Championship's direction by fighters and employees who are remaining anonymous because they don't want One Championship to come back at them and try and destroy their lives, pretty much. So the microscope is on One Championship right now.
Well, it's a good thing the microscope is on because no one else is watching, so at least there's a microscope.
It's not the kind of microscope you want, though. I mean, if you really think about it, you don't want that microscope on you.
Listen, I've watched a little bit of One, and everyone's like, One is, they have some surprisingly good fights, this and that. I have not been entertained by One. I've seen some of their stuff. Like I said, I saw Mighty Mouse and Eddie Alvarez. There hasn't been like a time where I've been like, wow, One has put on a great event. I don't know. It really is nothing spectacular to me. I feel the UFC is so far ahead of all of these organizations. PFL has a novelty, so sometimes PFL works. But in Bellator, every once in a while, they put on a decent event, right? One is far behind, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And they're commies, according to MJ.
Individually Tremendous has stretched their mouths with a finger. Glide says Sean Hart's the nicest guy in the chat. Why would you block him? It's a good question.
I don't know. It's kind of weird. They're racist, I think. I don't know.
Ann says, I heard the fighters are not getting paid. Yeah, that's some of the stuff that was covered in this article. If you guys want to read the article, it is on the website. It's very long.
Just making the UFC look a lot better.
Yeah, I just kind of summed it up for you, what's going on. But there's a lot of skeevy shit going on, according to that article.
Well, in fairness, I mean, it's probably not easy to survive during a pandemic, especially with this type of organization.
But locking fighters into a contract and then telling them that they have an obligation to stick with one championship and they can't perform anywhere else, but then also writing into that contract that one championship has no obligation to give them a certain amount of fights a year is fucked up. That's like if you take like a set up marriage and you're locking someone in, but you're saying, but you can't leave the house and talk to anybody else.
Well, they signed the contract.
And only when I tell you you can, but I have no obligation to tell you.
Well, maybe they should read the contract before they sign it.
Moss.
No?
That's fucked up.
Maybe you should read your contract.
But what they're saying is one championship implies that they're going to get these fights and they're going to have their keep there.
Are they going back on their word?
No, they just screw them over. Like they don't give them the fights.
So you're saying there's small print in there that people aren't noticing, and I mean, yeah, they shouldn't fuck over their fighters, but at the same time, if fighters are signing contracts, it's their fault, right? Shouldn't they read the contract?
But it's the moral of the organization, Moss.
Well, the moral of the story is read the contract. They're
also getting money out of nowhere. Like, where's this money coming from?
Well, yeah, I'm not surprised about that. Not surprised at all. But it's a shame. I wish there was a lot of competitors out there to the UFC. It would make for more entertainment for us. But right now, like I said before, the UFC is light years ahead of every promotion out there. Light years ahead. So everyone else is playing catch up. And honestly, Bellator, PFL, their days are numbered when it comes to the UFC is here for the long haul. These other companies, there is no guarantee. So hopefully they can pull their shit together and stop fucking over their fighters.
Yes, sir. All right. Kevin Lee wants to fight Khabib Nurmagomedov if the star ends UFC retirement. Apparently Kevin Lee didn't get the memo. And now he wants Khabib Nurmagomedov, Moss.
We got to change your Thanksgiving thing.
Oh, yes. I saw you put lights on my other one. It looked very cool.
It was snow.
No, was it snow?
Yeah, snow and lights.
Yeah, there were lights behind me.
I don't know what's on this one. After the show, just remind me, and we'll do it. But Kevin Lee wants Khabib. Totally makes sense, right? A 30-0 and fight Kevin Lee, right?
Sure.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh, God, this fucking guy. I'm not even going to read it. Like, it's not even worth it, honestly.
Why not? It's great.
Listen.
Yeah, let's check out this picture, too. This picture seems like it's worth showing.
What, his hair?
Where is that?
Scroll down.
There you go. Looks good. Looking good, Kevin. Really, things are coming together.
Yeah.
Not sure what the fuck. Were you starring in Annie?
Boss,
what's going on here?
He likes it. Leave him alone.
I just can't wait to see that new tattoo in the cage.
Yeah. You can kind of see it on the side of his neck there.
What in the holy hell is going on top of his head? All right, so explain to me why he's supposed to fight Khabib.
Okay, he said it was his job to become a big enough star to the point that Khabib will want to come out of retirement to face him. So, I mean,
okay.
He underwent surgery. He's been on the shelf for a while. He had a torn ACL. Now, I guess his intentions are to come back and put himself in the big limelight, and he wants to make himself the reason why Khabib. He doesn't want anyone else to be the reason Khabib comes back for 30-0. He wants to be the reason Khabib wants to come back. It's his job.
Well, A for effort, Kevin Lee. Actually no, I don't give you an A. I give you a D or an F. I'll give you an F.
I feel like you're a little far along now, buddy, but you can try.
You know what's frustrating about Kevin Lee is he does have the tools.
Yeah.
Kevin Lee's pretty decent, right? And he's still fairly young. I just think he's another one that his head's not, it's not all, like, it's more mental than physical. I think physically the guy is very talented. But he's got all the tools, and it's just upstairs. 1 minute he shows up, the next minute he doesn't. 1 minute he looks great, next minute he looks like complete dog shit. I don't know what to say with Kevin Lee. He's a fighter I would never bet on or against because you never know who's going to show up. Motown Phenom. Okay, Phenom, let's move on. I don't know what else to say about this guy.
Okay, last but not least, according to MMA Junkie staff, Bellator 254 weigh-in results, McFarlane and Velasquez is official. One main card fight has been scrapped. Women's flyweight champ Alima Lei McFarlane and challenger Juliana Velasquez made championship weight. Lightweight Goiti Yamauchi hit the scale and missed by a wide margin. He was scheduled to fight to promotional newcomer Nate Andrews and weighed in at 162.8 pounds, 6.8 pounds over the limit.
Nate Andrews, that's the CES guy.
Yeah, but the fight was canceled when Andrews declined a new contract weight. Originally scheduled for the preliminary card, Davion Franklin versus Anthony Garrett has been elevated to the main card. The early weigh-ins took place at the Mohegan Sun Arena, the same venue that hosts Thursday's event, which has a main card on CBS Sports. I saw someone in the chat asking, how can you watch Bellator? This is how. CBS Sports Network is the main card, or on DAZN, DAZN, following the prelims on MMA Junkie.
So tomorrow, like we said before, we don't know. We have some internet issues. We'll be out for a while. I have no idea what the hell the deal is. Tomorrow, hopefully we can get together for some Bellator action. If not, Friday is the day we'll be back live here on this channel. And the gaming streams will be back exclusively on Not the MMA Holes. We will bring the MMA content back over to the MMA Holes. Fuko Friday is the question. I'm not sure if we're going to keep it here or the MMA Holes. I'm not sure. Where should we keep Fuko Friday? What do you think?
It's a game, and we don't really focus on MMA. Like, we try to focus on MMA, but the game takes hold. So then we, people complain if it's not enough MMA, but then people complain if we don't pay attention enough to the game.
Yeah, I don't know where we're going to put it. And it looks like Ride Drive is still having problems with Streamlabs. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, the PayPal works on Streamlabs.
Yeah, we just tested it, guys.
You want to try the credit card just to see if it works? Give it a shot.
It's probably his bank. He probably has to call the bank.
Well, let's see. We'll figure it out. Because I don't want him to come in every stream and say, "Oh my God, it's not working." I mean, it does work. We just sent a donation to ourselves. We're gonna try with the credit card and see if that works. But if it is a problem, we'll test it and not PayPal though. Yeah, credit card. I don't know if we have to probably put it in. Do you have it in there? Let's see. We're going to try the credit card right now and give it a go. Let's see if it works. You're not a robot. Yeah, and then we'll contact Streamlabs. If anything, we might have to get rid of Streamlabs. We might have to go another way. Streamlabs, this is not the first time we've heard complaints. Okay, Jesse's sending it through. And let's see. It's thinking.
Guys, it works. What are you talking about?
Wonderful.
I think
I love Moss.
I love him too. Okay, you are clearly trolling. All right, so thank you. Thank you for wasting my time. Okay.
And now another 30% of our fucking money. We're not rich over here, guys.
All right, thank you. Appreciate that. Stop fucking lying. Uncle Shep.
Wonderful.
Works now.
Thank you, Uncle Shep. Appreciate that. We broke even. All right, thank you, guys. Really appreciate your company.
I have a child on the way. If you keep doing this, I'm going to leave.
We're getting closer to our goal. We'll see how that goes. Listen, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Make sure you hit that like button. 146 watch it with 67 likes is completely absurd. Let's go. Like the stream. Appreciate your company every time you show up. Listen, it's tough times here. COVID is going strong. Vaccine apparently is around the corner, and we're here to provide the entertainment. So hopefully we give you escape from the reality. The website should be in movement starting tomorrow. We're hoping that we can get that ball rolling with that. Can't wait to show you the new website. It's going to be stripped down. It's going to be very simple, but I feel that this will be an answer to some people's problems, and this will help other people out in the community. So if you're looking to maybe live stream or talk about MMA on your own, this could be an answer for you. This could be a way for you to catapult and promote yourself. If you're looking for more content as well, this will be the answer to give you more, just to make you waste more of your life watching YouTube and Twitch and all that stuff. We'll give you more details as that gets closer. Looking forward to the fights this weekend, where we have Bare Knuckle coming up Friday night. Felony Charles Bennett will be fighting Bare Knuckle 15. We also have the UFC 256 on Saturday. If you want to watch the fights, ESPN Plus, got the link in the description. If you're going to get the pay-per-view, do it through our link. Helps out tremendously to this channel and keeps us on air. Jesse, would you like to add anything to this?
No, pretty much covered it, Moss.
Okay.
All right, guys, we'll see you again on Friday night. Stream Mobs is freaking working, motherfuckers. If you have any questions, just email or DM me or Moss, and I can probably help you out. As always, guys, don't be an a-hole, be an MMA hole.